Hey guys, welcome back to another Friday vlog where we discuss activity that goes on here with the BuzWeaver channel. That includes things like current events, headlines that are in the news, pop culture, social media, technology, and items of interest that come up during the week that allow us to have a little bit of a dialogue. If this is your first time to the channel, I'd like to welcome you guys here, along with those who are returning visitors. I would encourage both of you guys now to click on that subscribe button down there in the bottom right hand corner, as well as notifications. That way you guys will know when there's additional content here on the channel, to include the Friday vlogs. In gaming news this week, I put out a video on Monday going over some of the community update news that came out of Infinity Ward and what we can expect this particular week. And we've already seen some of the releases already as of this week. If you guys want to check out those particular details, I did a video up here in the top right hand corner. But it's kind of a nice roadmap to what we can expect from Infinity Ward. I'm looking forward to some of the changes that they are implementing. Last week on Fox News, Tucker Carlson did a series of segments throughout the week on the dystopia that is happening there in San Francisco. One of those in particular that caught my attention was the fact that they are now decriminalizing petty theft as their sort of quality of life crime changes that are going on. Now, businesses in San Francisco are already challenged by the high taxes and just the general rent and other things that they have to pay to be able to operate their business in San Francisco, as property taxes and just taxes in general are just skyrocketing to the point where people are just leaving in droves. And so this particular individual that they're interviewing, this store manager, has been there for over 40 years. And lately, since they have decriminalized petty theft, he is experiencing as many as 18 to 20 thefts a day from his products and goods there in his store, not to mention that individuals have actually tried to steal his MSR readers or his, the debit card readers, credit card readers, those sorts of the transaction point of sales items that they're taking from his store, as well as just general harassment from the community members, or as you saw in the intro of this video, the individual who was out there just kind of standing at a store. And unfortunately, there isn't a lot of recourses for these individuals because since these types of petty thefts are decriminalized, obviously they can't contact the police, or if they call the police to file a report, basically all that would happen was just a report would be made and possibly an outline of loss. Maybe he could have these reports done, police reports done for insurance purposes. But nonetheless, it is really kind of a very disappointing occurrence that's going on there. And I think what other states can learn from this is what not to do in their state. And it's interesting because these very same people are the ones who are talking about gun control, and it's criminals who are committing the crimes with firearms, not law-abiding citizens. So here you have a store owner who's a law-abiding citizen being, deprived of his business, deprived of his goods, and having problems even functioning in his daily, day-to-day business activities because San Francisco is making it that much more difficult for individuals, or it's making it difficult for law-abiding citizens to go about their business and allowing criminals to just continue to go on about their business unimpeded. And this is kind of one of the arguments that I make when it comes to individuals who, when we talk about gun control, and that how a lot of the new laws, and it's important, of course, that background checks and other things be looked into, and that we ensure that individuals who are purchasing firearms don't have criminal backgrounds and these sorts of things, and even mental issues are coming up as well. But nonetheless, law-abiding citizens are always going to obey the law. Criminals are always going to commit crime. And if you're decriminalizing things, you're incentivizing individuals to commit crimes, these sorts of things are going to happen, and it impacts the law-abiding citizens. It impacts the business that are trying to go about doing their daily routines each and every day. So this was really kind of disappointing to see what was going on there in San Francisco. Of course, you know about all the defecation, the homelessness, and all that. It's all quite sad, and it's understandable, but definitely California needs to get together and think about what's going on there and come up with better solutions and better ideas than decriminalizing things that are impacting actual businesses that help support your city, that provide the taxes that your city needs. So they really need to concentrate and focus on what they need to do there in California. It's really, really shameful what's going on, and you would think there'd be more attention on that as opposed to all the constant negative attention that the administration is getting. But nonetheless, guys, I will leave a link to that particular video down in the comments section, or the published section below this video. It would appear that the creators of the show 24 may be returning the series to television once again, including the return of Kiefer Sutherland playing Jack Bauer, the CTU agent that works there trying to stop activity that I can't mention here on YouTube, but you guys get the idea if you've ever seen 24. It is a very unique show as it takes place in real time. So it is a 24 series episode, and each of those 24 is 1 hour of the show, completing a 24-hour day cycle. So it's always had a very unique, very edgy, I mean, just there was so much anticipation going on when you're watching the show. It was really, really riveting. It really kept you on the edge of your seat. It was just really amazing. So I'm looking forward to its return. And of course, they did do a reboot with Corey Hawkins, Miranda Otto, and Jimmy Smits. It was called 24 Legacy, and it was only a 12-episode series, and it did not take place in real time. Kind of a reboot, just kind of a little bit of a show for the fans, but a whole return of 24 would be amazing. If you guys want to learn more about it, I will put the article down in the published section below. All right, guys, so that's going to wrap it up for this Friday vlog. A bit of a short segment this week. Nonetheless, of course, there was some additional activity going on to include, as of this recording, the Democrats were voting to move forward with submitting the articles of impeachment. We can cover that on a different date, of course. But nonetheless, guys, thank you so much for your continued support. And I would encourage you now to click on that like button to show that support to the channel and the content here, as well as, of course, the obligatory channel icon appearing right there on the screen to subscribe, along with notifications, guys. That way you will always know when there's content here on the channel, as well as the Friday vlog. Thank you so much for your guys' support, and I will see you guys next Friday.